Behringer MS16 monitor speakers. What the hell are these doing here? Well, they're cheap, self-powered monitors. Previously, the cheapest recommended self-powered monitors are the M-Audio AV40s. Are these better than the M-Audio AV40s? Let's get this review out of the way. Not quite. I didn't like the AV40s too much. The micas are better. And these are a little bit more plastic and Chinese. But for $80 a pair, and these are old stock, 1409, which sort of blew my mind. This one's heavy. This one's got all the amplification in it, and transformer, and everything else. I mean, they're built like plastic monitors. These are like very, very low end what Roland would produce. I have an old set of Rolands. They still work great. Those are at least mirrored. So as long as you can get past this, as long as you can get past that, this is a perfect way to fix your shitty television speakers. Because if you have a Sony TV, or if you have another TV with a straight standard headphone jack in the back of it, which these are being used next in someone, they're being Christmas gifted slightly after the holiday to someone for their television. They just got a brand new Sony flat panel smart TV, and the sound in it is exactly as awesome as you imagine a 3/4 inch thick television sounds. Horrible. This speaker may weigh legitimately more than the whole television. So for that application, yeah. Would you mix music on these? No. Could you do better with an amp and regular speakers? Yeah. Yeah, you could. But if simplicity and tone controls, well, and actually as a mic input, which I'm not digging out a mic to sing through these. I'm apologizing right now for that. I'm not going to go all out in this review and sing into it. But you have mic level, which you're never going to touch, bass, treble, and volume. And actually a little headphone amp, which I don't think I gave it a shot when I was testing these last week. So I believe this is designed to be the right monitor. Usually in powered monitors, when you have a powered one and a passive one, the right is the powered monitor. That's completely up to you, because if you're going to use RCA inputs, you could just reverse the wires and make this the left monitor. So just remember that. If you're using the 3.5mm, it's a little bit harder. So I could either plug in over there, or I could plug into the kilowatt over here. Either one works. Let's plug into the wall over there. I'm using the Adam Hall speaker stands that I reviewed, should have been last week, unless I didn't set these reviews to output in the right order. Comes with a, actually it's just basically an RCA cable that goes between them. So, I mean, this is with powers being transferred through. You can get a better wire, but it's not going to really make a big difference. This is pretty long. It says it's 8 foot. There's a black one. It says to left. So obviously this is considered the left speaker. Bam. Bamp. Ooh. And it also came with a 3.5 to RCA. I don't think it came with RCA, straight RCAs. I have to recheck the box. But for now, what I'm going to be inputting, I'm not going to be using this. I have my outputs from my DAC. Stay. So, XDA2 is going to feed straight to the back of these. Come on. 1, 2, 3. Good. Unwrap some power cord here. I don't like the way the power cord doesn't detach. Anytime that happens, anytime the power cord is permanent, is just a utter fail in my book. Spend the extra 50 cents, companies. 50 cents. Of course, you would hide this wire exactly with as much care as I just did. We have music playing. We do. Volume all the way down. Always volume all the way down, people. You want to hear for the rest of your life. However short that is. That's a bad part of the song to come in on. Now I'm going to get the actual recorder on this. But as far as volume, mop. So that's with the DAC outputting at full. This gets to the point of distortion, which is good. You want an amp to be able to distort, because if the signal is low, let's cut 12 dB off this signal. See, even with a 12 dB cut, I can still get these loud. Alright, I want this visible on mobile, so I can't play music on this one. On the sound demo, that's when I play music, because I don't care if you go watch it on mobile. Be a PC Master Race and go sit in front of your giant computer and be like, oh, I'm enjoying this now. Alright, so that's really it. These are real simple speakers. They're cheap. They're plastic. They're small. Do I have a mica? I do have a mica. Let's compare it against a mica real quick. Sorry, baby. Oh, Tascam. Falling down. Disconnecting this. Using this as a surround sound speaker for that setup. So let's see. We'll line up the backs. It's a nipply bit shorter and an inch shallower. So, it's officially still smaller. Smaller than a mica. Not as good sounding as a mica. But micas cost $80 a pair, and you need to buy an amp. So they really cost $100 a pair because you get a Leapi if you're one of the cheapest. So these are slightly cheaper, slightly simpler, and you get a headphone out, and you get a mic in so you can karaoke. I know every one of my subscribers is a big karaoke fan. Thanks, guys, for supporting me in that. And you get tone controls. Actually, you would only get tone controls with a Leapi anyway. Otherwise, you have to go all the way up to like the Yamaha stereo receiver to do that. And I'm not a big fan of tone controls. If something is well recorded, I'm sorry, if something is well built, you just accept it as it is and enjoy it. You don't get a Ferrari and decide to change out the wheels and tires because you want more grip in the corners. That Ferrari is designed to be a Ferrari. And these are designed to be a Kia Optima. And these Kia Optimas drive just fine. You don't need to add that spoiler on the rear of your front-wheel drive car. So just play them. On these, maybe a little bit of spoiler helps. Yeah, tone controls are the fiddler's devil's hands. I think it needs more treble. A little more treble.